I have kind of a interesting story. I dropped out of school when I was in 8th grade because I wasn't finding value in what I was learning, and I'm pretty stubborn. So I ended up going directly into college and was sponsored by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And by the time I graduated with my associate's degree, I was freelancing as a web developer. When I first started my journey in entrepreneurship, I had this mentality of the need to hustle or to constantly be striving and creating and doing. When it got to the point where I was looking to scale my services, I started to try and learn the current business model design that we typically use in the capitalistic economy. And I felt like I was constantly trying to shove myself into a mold again, and it's something that I really have felt resistance to for most of my life. So as I was going through this process and running into all these internal blocks to performing in the way that I was told I was supposed to perform, I was also collaborating with a lot of women who had mentored me over the course of my entrepreneurial evolution, and realizing that so many women have the same issues. This led me down a journey of exploration into what else is possible. And as I was moving through that process of connecting deeper with who I truly am and not willing to compromise, I stumbled upon other ways of doing business that allowed me to better measure my true worth. Because the current economic structure was created by men and for men, and women were kind of this afterthought, if you will, or we've emerged into, we've come on the scene later, the model doesn't necessarily fit to the traditional feminine qualities. And the qualities are intuition. The qualities are nurturance. The qualities are connectivity, cultivation of community. The feminine role has always been there. It's always been part of the process. But the issue is that we haven't been measuring it, and without the measurement, it's very difficult to transact. Because we measure the masculine aspects and we value them higher, because we have more experience, really, measuring those qualities than the traditionally feminine qualities. So it makes feminine women have to jump over another hurdle, not just the standard hurdle of participating in the economy that we all face, but this other hurdle of, I can't even show up as who I am. I have to, and be valued at enough that's going to create financial freedom. I have to also become somebody who I'm not. And it actually devalues what that woman could potentially offer the world. And that's where, we're actually losing value by doing that. So what the message is of the Zayah initiative is that we actually don't have to. We actually don't have to change. We can actually stand in the value that we innately create if we can learn how to measure it, if we can learn how to interface, if we can create on a systems level the opportunity for those qualities to interface more easily. In the past, we've really tried to conform. It's been this effort to be more masculine, to conform to the current model. There's a better way for women to engage in the economy than to create masculine, hierarchical business models that don't make sense to us, that don't make intuitive sense to the feminine. And there's space. There's space in the market to create these new types of models that honor who we truly are at our core and that value deeply the qualities that we bring to the table, the messages that we have to share, the information that we know instinctively. We're seeing a lot of women start to flock towards these different types of models, like the coaching model, for instance. The coaching model has been a game changer for a lot of women, especially with the virtual aspects of recorded videos and online education. We're seeing a lot of new entrepreneurs coming out of the woodwork and creating businesses that are actually in alignment with the service that they innately offer. And those are the models that we want to amplify, but also continue to create new types of models that replicate the same concept. I started the Zayah initiative to really amplify this movement and support the women who are on a similar journey and create the educational tools that we need in order to really create more understanding that we don't have to fit into the current model and that we can create something different.